Okay, BlaXit family, it's Juliet. Good afternoon. You're probably wondering why am I all dressed up? Why do I look so sharp? Well, actually I'm here at the University of the Gambia, and I was invited to speak today to open their national debate, which has been very exciting and very informative. Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you unhear me? No. Can you unhear me? Can you unhear me? I'm going to ask you one more time. Okay, I need your attention. I'm here from the UK, and I just need you to hold your voices. This is interactive. This is us together, okay? So, can you unhear me? No! Power to the people. Thank you. Okay. Now, I'm Juliet Ryan, and I was born in the UK, and I'm the CEO and founder of an organization called BlaXit. BLA space XIT. And we can be found on YouTube. We have many subscribers, and I'm sure you might have seen me on iGambia, on Paradise TV, and many other media since I've been here. I've been across all the medias in the UK, from the BBC to ITV to Channel 4, and all of the major press. I am vocal because I love you. I am vocal because I care. I'm vocal because you are our future, and we need you to be there. Do you understand me? Yeah. Okay. Now, I want to talk about racism. Do you know what racism is? No. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? Give yourselves a round of applause. You don't know what racism is. Let me tell you something. My grandmother, my mother, my father, my children, and myself, we know exactly what racism is. Do you know why? We were taken. We were taken from Africa. We were taken in chains. Some of my family didn't make it. They killed themselves. They pushed themselves off the boat with their babies in their arms in the sea, rather than be enslaved on a foreign land. They didn't make it because the white man's whip ripped through their skin and tore their organs from within. They didn't make it because their mouth was gorged open and they were force-fed and their teeth broken. And they died of disease. They didn't make it. 12 million Gambians didn't make it. I'm a survivor. I'm a person who is your ancestor returned. I am Gambian. I might have been born in Britain, and many of you might be fighting and saying, I want to go to America, I want to go to the UK. I want to tell you my story because I need you to know the truth. Many of you are watching TV, you're watching gloss and glamour, you're looking at European images as though that is the image of beauty. You are the image of beauty. You, each and every one of you, is the image of the original beauty, the original man and woman on this earth. And don't ever forget it. Your beautiful curly hair like mine is unique. Your beautiful black melanated skin is your passport through life. When I was born up in England, they hated me because I was black. I was a nice person, I was bubbly, I wanted to make friends, at school, but no one would touch me because of the color of my skin. I was isolated at school. How many of you didn't have any friends? How many of you really, throughout your school life, did not have one friend? Okay. I didn't have friends because I was black. Because in England, I was brought up in an area where there wasn't many black people, and we were the minority. And because of that, every day I faced hostility. Every day I faced racist abuse. Every day I was called the N-word. Every day I had to find my way out of school. Okay? I was brought up in a world where they don't like black people and they hate anybody that they term an African. This is my reality. I am now 48 years old, and I had to flee the UK to come back home because of the same hostility and racism that was beginning to plague my children. I want to tell you about my children. Fast forward to now. I have an 8-year-old, I have a 28-year-old, and I have a 17-year-old. My 17-year-old, on his last day of school, he came home. And you know they sign on your shirt? I don't know if you do this, say you sign your names on your shirt. Do you do it here? Yeah. Do you do it here? Yeah. Where you sign your names on your shirt? Yeah. You know what they wrote on the name on my brother's, on my son's shirt? They wrote N-I-G-G-E-R. The N-word. I don't know if you know what that means, but that is the most insulting word you can say to a black person who has come up through the diaspora, through slavery. We survived. And many of us have died, so we are coming back home. And we need you to welcome us. You know what else they wrote on my son's shirt? Go back to the jungle. Okay? They wrote, go back to the jungle. And they called him a coon twice, which is a very insulting word. On the back of his school shirt, he walked through the streets home with it written on his back. Yeah? This is the kind of hostility that we face. What I want to share with you is that the intolerable racism that we face is now becoming more prevalent, and many of us are coming home. But let me define racism for you, because I heard some Gambians describe racism within their own race. You can't be racist to each other. Racism is a power. It's all about power and control. Within the world stage, we don't have that power or control. So if I'm going for a job in England, 90% of my employers are white. So my rejection percentage is far higher than a white candidate. I have less chance. My bank manager is white. The head of my school is white. My university lecturers are white. If they want to fail me, they can. Okay? Just because of the colour of my skin. And in fact, when I was studying law, that's exactly what happened to me. I was failed because of this, not because of this. Okay? Also, I want to share with you the definition of racism. It's prejudice plus power. I have a good friend. She is the head of equality and diversity, the leading expert in the UK. Her name is Dr. Dorian Wilson. Look up her books. Also, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. These two ladies are leading in this field, and they want you to know here in Africa that you are our future. Okay? We need you. We need you to study hard. We need you to understand one thing. The image of Africa is of poverty, it is of corruption, okay, and disease. It is not of the promise of intellect that I see before me. It is not of the beauty and the smiling coast that I live in. It is not of the high technology and facilities that I see here in the Gambia. I have never seen a homeless person here in the Gambia. But yet in England I couldn't walk down the street without seeing homelessness. But yet that is the 5th richest nation in the world. Do you understand me? Can you unhear me? Can you unhear me? When you think going to America and going to the UK is your passport to success, let me tell you, your definition of success is the difference that you can make right here. You need to build your home. Gambia can be better than England. Gambia can be better than America. Your resources and us, stolen 400 years ago, is what built America. It's us that built England. Do you understand that? I want you all to say with me, I built America. Ready? I built America. Again, 1, 2, 3. I built America. Say it again. I built America. I built the UK. Ready? I built the UK. I built the UK. Yes, you did. And it's now our time to build Africa. So I want you, I'm going to finish now. I want you to say with me, I'm building Africa. Ready? I'm building Africa. Hey, I want it louder. I want the TV to hear it. I want everybody to hear it. We're going to invest here. I want everybody from Europe and America to bring their money to come and invest in you all. Yeah? So I want you to say it loud and clear. You ready? Hands up, fist up, fist up. Everybody, fist up. Ready? Yes. I'm building Africa. I'm building Africa. I'm building Africa. I'm building Africa. I'm building Gambia. I'm building Gambia. I'm building Gambia. I'm building Gambia. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gambia. Thank you to the University of the Gambia for having me. And most of all, just remember, love the Gambia, love Africa, and love yourself more. Okay, I love you. Thank you.
Hi, BlaXit family. I am Salutal. I am the president of Gambia has decided, president of the Gambia Bar Association, and one of the founding members of Gambia has decided. I'm sure you heard of that before. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, how do I get to meet these absolutely intelligent, gorgeous and successful men? I'll tell you, I haven't got a clue, it just seems to happen. But the fact of the matter is that he was here and he delivered a really resounding and powerful keynote speech all about the expression of speech, freedom of speech, and also about democracy. And I found it really riveting that you seem such an expert in the field. You know, can you give us a bit about your background and how you became such an expert in this area?
Well, excuse my humility. I'm not sure. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I can tell you that I'm very passionate about this subject. I'm actually a trained barrister. I went to Inner Temple, UK, and I came back to Gambia 20 years ago, and I've been working as a private legal practitioner. And my first involvement with democracy was in 2016 when the ex-president decided not to accept our voice. That's when I really called a few friends and started #Gambia from my house. And since then, I mean, we played our part. We worked with everybody to bring everybody on one platform, send a very strong message. After that, I realized that having helped restore democracy, we need to help build it. And then, of course, I've taken a keen interest since then, and of course became the bar president of the lawyers. And part of our mandate is really look at how we can help, promote rule of law, enhance democracy. So, really, I think this is something that every citizen should be interested in. It's not very, very complicated, frankly.
Well, I'm an alien, I'm not a citizen. Yeah, although I live here.
Sorry, I would think that I don't believe in the word alien. That is a neo-colonialist term. You cannot be an alien.
I've got an alien pass in my purse.
That is a misnomer. You are not an alien.
Oh well.
Yes, you are a sister. That's just. I would take that back. So, she is not an alien.
Okay, but I carry an alien card.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Which is given to me by this government. So and I'm fighting for my citizenship here. Yeah. We're coming back home and we need to be welcomed here. But I also have many questions from people who write to us from the diaspora. Clearly, you've come back home. Why did you not stay in England?
Well, I guess my situation is different because I always see myself as a Gambian born in the UK.
Okay.
So I think we have different. It's a different situation. But I think I realized early on that little I know would be more appreciated out here. And I find it more fulfilling to come back and do my little bit in contributing in advancing my country. There are tons of lawyers in England. tons.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just a statistic. But I realized that when I came back, we have to build our country. If the educated African resources don't come back, I mean, how will we build Africa? So it has to start with us first. That's what motivated me. I came back with 200 pounds in my pocket. That's the reality. I mean, today it's a different story. But there are opportunities. It's very daunting to jump and come back. It's sort of a lot of the unknown, even for someone like me who has very strong roots here. But I think with persistence, dedication, and focus, you can succeed in Africa, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I totally agree with what you said. So can I just ask just a couple of details? What area of law do you specialise in, or are you a generalist?
I'm actually a corporate transaction lawyer, so I really specialise in company law, property, and ICT. Basically, those are my specialist areas.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said property, because we have lots and lots of questions about property, but I know you have to go, so I need to be precious with your time, because you're a very, very important man here in the Gambia. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't deny. Why are Gambians so modest? They are so humble.
Every person is important.
I know, and you are too.
And I mean, thank you for your kind words, but I believe that I am more than my title. And it's something I don't wear. I do my job, but I'm like everybody else. That's what I would like to do.
So I just want a bit of advice, if you wouldn't mind. Say, for example, I was going to buy a piece of land here, and in fact, I did buy land here. I had a situation where how would I find out if someone is a real barrister or a real solicitor who can practice here? Because I mean, we're coming from abroad and we're coming here to buy land. How do we ascertain if that person's genuine? Like, say for example, someone was saying, "Oh, I need your power of attorney to do this," which has happened, and someone approached me about it. I don't know what advice to give them. I'm obviously not a lawyer, but you are.
I mean, I would advise that you write to the Gambia Bar Association. We have a list of all lawyers, and we can, if you meet a particular person who represents himself or herself to be a lawyer, you can write to us, and we can verify and confirm whether that person is a lawyer or not. But of course, we cannot determine their competence. That is not at our scope.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
But I think it's a small market. We know each other very well.
So would you give power of attorney to someone and to do like a simple land transaction?
Say that again?
Would you give power of attorney to someone to do a simple land transaction? Like it's happening from people coming here and there are things happening. Would you or would you not?
I would always ask the person to seek legal advice before you do those things.
Yes.
I mean, a power of attorney, there are different ways of writing it, the scope and limit. It could be specific or limited. So I think, depending on the person and what you want them to do, I think it's always better to seek legal advice to know what you want, so that the power of attorney can be drafted accordingly. It's very important.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got a lawyer, you won't need it in most cases anyway.
No, you might need it because the lawyer will not sign for you.
Yeah?
The lawyers will not sign. You might not be in the country. You might ask someone to act on your behalf. That is what you need for.
I see.
That's different. So somebody might be in England and want you to sign the deeds on their behalf. Then they'll give you a power of attorney.
Oh, okay.
Authorizing you to sign on their behalf.
Oh, I see.
That's what a power of attorney is.
Okay.
Yes.
Because my case then, I was in the country, so it didn't make any sense. So I'm glad you said that. So it wasn't needed. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was just a personal question. But the last question that I want to say is, how can people get in contact with you? We have people from the diaspora that are desperately looking for good lawyers, good attorneys.
Well, I'll share my information with you because, as you know, lawyers we're not allowed to advertise.
No, not
so we can. But I have a website. My website is www.tlp.gm. Temple Legal Practitioners. And of course, if they contact you, you can give them my contact details.
Yeah, I'll definitely text you.
I'm very active on Twitter, social media. You just search my name, Salud Tao. You'll find me very active on social media.
Okay. Yes. Last question. So, what actually inspired you to go into law in the first place? Why did you do law?
Actually, I
studied law, but
I never wanted to be a lawyer.
You didn't?
Yeah, I'm an accidental lawyer.
What do you mean? How does that happen?
I mean, I wanted to be a diplomat because my father was a diplomat, so I wanted to be a diplomat.
Who's your dad?
Well, my dad his name is Ibu Mamartao. He's a very prominent former diplomat who's passed away now.
Oh,
but he's pretty much well known in this country for diplomacy. So I grew up as a son of a diplomat and had the privilege of living in different countries since I was born. So that's what I wanted to follow. But my dad wanted to be a lawyer, so I think he kind of lived his dream through me.
Yeah.
And one day, actually, I would like to retire as a diplomat.
Oh. So you're going to be a diplomat then?
Yeah, I would love to be.
Oh, wow. Wow.
How I would like to retire.
You know what? I actually think you'd make a superb diplomat. I heard his speech today, and one of the things that really affected me was how you defined democracy, because I think that some of us who are Pan-Africanists are not sure what the quantity of democracy is. Is it a European concept that is something that's not good for Africa because we should go back to traditional, ways of life, or is it something, or ways of governance, or is there another system, or is it because Africa's only been told that they're associated with dictatorship or what have you?
I think actually Africa is democracy. Democracy really came from Africa.
Yes,
for sure. And we in Africa, the whole idea of sitting in a banta bar in the middle of a village. I mean, what is more democratic than that? If you know, democracy is good for everyone. Don't focus on the Western-centric concept. Focus on the principle behind. Make sure that voices are heard, representation, legitimacy. We have that in Africa. We had it for hundreds of years, for sure. It's just that it's just repackaged, and it is good for us.
Yes.
I think it's not a perfect system, but it's the best way of governing, in my opinion, for now.
Well, you know what? I can't say. I love the way that you've actually put that, and you've explained the banter bar and Ubuntu, because that is the principle, I think, of African society, community, and family. Because family is very important, and the way to, I think, resolve any issue is to talk.
Absolutely.
So, if that is the way that we went about doing it, then that is the best way to do it. It's for us to talk together rather than being talked at or talked to.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I completely thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
And I know I probably went over a bit, but BlaXit family, please listen, watch for this man. This man is going to be someone very powerful here in the Gambia. I can tell you that now. I want you to also message me if you want his details, because I think that if you're going to be doing any land transactions, you must speak to a qualified lawyer first. About IT, I've been having lots of questions about that, so here's the man that you need to speak to. Anything to do with intellectual property as well, here's the man to speak to. Corporate company issues, you want to set up a company here, you want to set up a business here, the best thing I would say before you set anything up, go to your lawyer with your business plan, find out about the legal structures here that you need to set up a business and what compliance you need here, and he's the man. So BlaXit family, I've got a familiar face with me today while I'm here at the University of the Gambia, and I'm so pleased to see him again. It's Tony Mendy of iGambia. This is actually, I'm here because of Tony. Is that right?
Let me say because of the approval of the executive, they approved my suggestion and my recommendation to bring you on. So I'll give it the credit to them.
Oh, see what I'm saying? Yeah? Our African brothers and sisters are so humble and so wonderful and so caring. Right, let's have a look. So this is the 9th Executive Council, University of the Gambia Debate Association, and you're the Secretary General.
Yes.
Powerful man. Okay. So tell me about the Debate Association. When did it start, and how did you get involved in it, and why is it so important?
The University of the Gambia Debate Association was established in 2010, Ireland, and it is the parent debate body in the University of the Gambia. Mostly, universities are known to be the incubator of ideas, where ideas are more or less manufactured and thrown out there. So students are constantly engaged in debate, and the council, I think, deem it wise for them to have a parent debate body that will oversee the affairs of the debate in the university. It is important because, like you witnessed, you have seen if students discuss very crucial issues, and through well-organized dialogue and so forth, people are going to learn a lot. It's one of the most, the biggest learning platform that you can have. So debate and debating, it's more or less like life to us right now. We used to eat everything, we have to debate it, and it's only in debating that we scrutinize ideas and we're able to gauge which one is the better idea to go with as an individual. And the University of the Gambia Debate Association provides just that platform for individuals, for students. We not only students, not only limited to students. We also do that even in symposiums. We organize different activities that are related to public speaking and debate throughout the country. So for me, I came to be part of it because Naturally, in high school, I part of debate club, press club, writing, public speaking, and so forth. When I came here too, I joined the association immediately, and I rose through the ranks to be the Secretary General.
Ah, so you're good at debating.
Yes, I do that.
Shall I have a debate with you now then?
I'm afraid that.
Okay. Well, I'm basically, I just wanted to say, you know, in front of the BlaXit family, I just wanted to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I don't know if I went over time. I don't know if what I said was what you wanted.
Oh, no. Everything, I said you did the best today. Everything was just amazing. And you see how the kids reacted and so forth. The energy there, the person, and the message sent across is very important. And really pleased. We are most humbled to have you here. If we could have done anything more than bringing you here, we would definitely have done it. But we just want to say that we appreciate your coming, and we look forward to having you in more events to come.
Oh, without doubt. Listen, it was my pleasure. I'm proud to be even here in this wonderful institution. It is a beautiful university, and it compares with the best in Europe. So if you're thinking about coming to the Gambia to study, I just want you to know that the facilities that you get here are on par with what you'd get in Europe. So please consider it. The only thing that is different is that the fees are lower.
Exactly. They are lower here than they are in the West.
Yeah, and you'll be studying in the sun, in great weather, and lovely stuff. I have to go, so I'm going to go now. But listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And listen, I want everybody to subscribe to iGambia. That's also on YouTube, and to also subscribe to iGambia on Facebook. You're very much involved in that. You didn't actually mention it here, so just before we go, tell everybody about iGambia. I
write for iGambia. I also edit for them, so that is where I do actually work online.
Yeah, exactly.
So all the content you see there is either from me or one of my colleagues there who normally prepare it. I said to Boko, so she's not around here today. I'm here to see her, but I expect to see her.
Okay, but I want to thank iGambia on camera, because iGambia got me over 1.1 million, 2 million, whatever it is, views.
You get yourself there, because the message was powerful,
Okay.
We're glad to see it.
Okay.
Thank you.
But no, thank you for everybody that did view and did like and did share, because I think we got the message out there. And from me seeing the youth today at the university and talking with them and seeing the reaction from them, we are having impact, and they are welcoming us back home. So, there's only one thing to do, and that's to come home, come back to the motherland.
BlaXit.
Yeah, BlaXit. That's right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smash that like button.
Thank
you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Let me go back. And
okay. No doubt. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks very much.
All right, bye-bye.
You ready to go? Let's go.